That's it, friend?
Yo guys, what's going on? My name's Reese and welcome back to my channel. Oh, I'll go this way. In today's video, I'm going to be talking about why you, that's right you guys, should get a motorcycle. There are many benefits of a motorbike, in my opinion. For example, especially when you're 16 in my eyes, because obviously you can learn to drive at 17, and this was my plan, but get a motorcycle, because I had a job as soon as I turned 16. I applied for Tesco, got in, started earning. Then I started saving up my money for about a month of summer, and then it was like the end of June, I say summer, the end of June, because I turned 16 at the start of June, and then started saving up a few pennies, and I was just like, yeah, I'll buy a bike. Dad was completely against it. He was like, you're not having a bike over my dead body, all this and that. But this was before my birthday, when I was like, I'm gonna buy one as soon as I turn 16, blah, blah, blah. And then, but he thought I was gonna get a moped, and I was gonna get that because it's a nice cheap option. But then I realised I could get 50cc geared bike, just have to learn the gears. And I was like, you know what, it would be nice to have a 50cc dirt bike so I could go off-roading and do whatever. And then I was just like, I probably won't be able to get one quite cheap for around here. So I thought, oh, scrap it, I won't bother. I'll just get a thing in. Dad was still against it. He was like, no, not having a bike at all, no, blah, blah, blah. Then about a week later after my birthday, when I started working, he was like, oh, Reece, do you want a Suzuki TS50X? I was like, what the fuck is that? He was like, oh, Google it. So I Googled it, and I had no idea what it would be. I had a rough idea it would be something to do with a bike, and then I searched it, I was just like, oh my god, it's a 50cc dirt bike, that's so cool. And he was just like, do you want it? And then he sent, and I was just like, oh yeah. I was just like, why, have you seen one? And then he sent me a text with the pictures of it, and it was only like an hour or so drive away. And obviously I was like, hell yeah, I want that. Because literally a week beforehand, he was like, you are not having a bike over my dead body, blah, blah, blah. My mum's against it too. She thinks it's just dangerous. But I've proven to her that I can be safe on one. And he was like, yeah, do you want it then? I was just like, yeah, of course I got it. And he bought it for me for my birthday. So I was just like, yeah, cheers, thanks so much. Why is this guy going 30 in a 40? Thank you. And then, so he bought me the bike. We got it a week later. Suzuki TS50. It's about 16 years old or so when I got it. Now 17. But I've just sold it literally today. Sold it. It was quite cheap. It was like 650 quid I think I got it for. And it's a good little run around bike. Nice little geared 50. The only downside to it was horrendous for speed. Like, ouch. It would only go 30 miles an hour, like 32 on a good day. So I was running that for a year, and my plan was, back to my plan after I went off track, my plan was get that for a year, ride it as a mode of transport to work and back and to wherever I need to go, and that'd be my transport for a year until I get my car. Then about a couple months ago, before my birthday started June, from January to June, I was going to start saving at least 500 quid a month, because I was earning about 600 odd or more, depending on how many hours I worked and how many days. And if I saved 500 quid every month till June, I'd have maybe 3 grand, I think it worked out, I can't remember, something like that, for a car and insurance and lessons and stuff like that, basically. Well, that completely fucked up. I couldn't save for shit. Every time, the amount, basically, I would spend my money throughout the whole month and then need to dip into my savings to last me of what I buy, like buy food at work and loads of other shit like that. So basically, I was only then saving 200 or 300, and I wasn't saving enough. And then when it got to June, I was like, no, it was Wait, I'm gonna sneeze. No, please don't sneeze. Please don't. When it got to about March, I think it was, yeah, March, I was just like, I'm not gonna be able to save enough for a car and lessons and that. And then I was just like, maybe I should get a 125, because all I need to do, buy the bike for cheap, pay for insurance and obviously road tax or whatnot. So I thought, oh yeah, I'll do that. Pretty easy. And then the bike I wanted, a Yamaha WR 125. I was going to pay like £2 for it, I think, off my buddy. And then I told my dad about it. He was like, oh yeah, cool. And then literally the next morning he messaged me with a picture of this bike, Honda Grom, for £2.5. I was just like, you know what, I may as well just spend the 500 quid extra that I earn in like a month and have a Grom, because they're so cool. So I done that, got the Grom. It was all fun and games. And now look, I'm riding it, but the only downside is it was £2.5, whereas I was only looking at £2 or less for a WR. So it did cost me it did cost me more in the long run than what a car would kind of cost. And I've still now got a car. I bought my sister's for less than this, but I still spent quite a few quid on it. So yeah, was very expensive for me. And then also I was going to do my A1 test, because when I got a Grom and this, obviously it was a guy who had it before, so he didn't have L plates on it. I was like, I don't want L plates on it, I'm going to do my A1 test. Then when I rung up Phoenix Motorcycle Training, which is literally just up here, I'll show you actually. I asked them how much for the A1, and they said it was like 80 odd pounds and then 15 for the fee or something like that. So it's roughly £100 then, plus 23 for the theory test you have to pass to do it, which was £23. And then this is Phoenix Motorcycle Training, as well as a primary school. You literally do it there. It's pretty cool. But basically, that is the big ass hole. I don't actually know where this road leads. Let's go on an adventure, guys. So yeah, it was £120 to do your A1 basically with the theory. So I was like, oh, you know what, it's only 100 odd quid, I'll just do it just because why not, don't want L plates, might as well. Done the theory twice, so that's 40 odd quid done. I got 1 mark off every time. Past hazard perception, it was just fucking 1 mark twice now, and I was just like, I can't be bothered wasting another £23 on it. It's cost me like the same as the year 1 test. Also, after a year, I'm thinking I might sell this, get another 125 just to experiment with or whatnot, and then for when I'm 19, because I've still got 2 years of riding a 125, so I might as well ride this for a year, then get another one maybe. I don't know, I've not decided yet. So yeah, the bike I want to get when I do my A2 license is either an MT-07, which is the MT's big brother basically, or a Suzuki DRZ 400, because I love supermotos. They are so nice in my opinion. But also I like naked bikes. Like my dad has just gone and bought a BMW G310, I think it's called. It's the newest model out of that type of bike. I don't know, can't remember what he said, but it's a nice little naked bike. And yeah, I like the look of them, so it's either an MT-07 or Suzuki DRZ 400. Because I do like the MT-125 as well. I'm debating getting that after a year, like I just said. So yeah. So this video has gone a bit off track of what I said. Why you should get a motorbike, and I've just fucking talked about what I want and shit like that basically. But also, perks of a motorcycle is mainly when you're 16. Well, not mainly when you're just when you're 16, but actually I'll go this way.